Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today, home of political news and reports on important events. Still talking about the interview granted to the president by Channels Television. Nigerians have started coming up with a lot of things to play down on some of the responses that the president gave, particularly on the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, the president said that he does not interfere with the judiciary on that grounds that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must have to face the law. But shockingly, a well-renowned group in the country has decided to come out with not less than 10 judicial pronouncements which the president has failed to react to them. A pointer to the fact that he do interfere with judiciary. You're going to hear the cases that have been brought up or the judicial pronouncement that have been brought up. And after them, we're going to be looking at the reactions of the people and give you opportunity to interact in the comment section. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. This just show Economic Right and Accountability Project, SERAP, has countered a claim by Muhammadu Buhari-led government that it wouldn't dare to interfere with the activities of judiciary, especially when it has to do with Nnamdi Kanu's case. SERAP, in its reaction to Buhari's claim, accused the federal government of regular disobedience to several rulings by the court. The group stressed that government has been turning deaf ears to different court judgments. The civic group recalled 8 different occasions where the federal government failed to submit to the judgment passed by the court. SERAP said these on its Twitter page. The group said, breaking, during his interview with Channel TV today, President Buhari said, "I wouldn't dare interfere with the judiciary." Well, his administration is already implicitly interfering with the judiciary by the persistent failure to obey several court orders or judgment obtained by SERAP. Number 1, SERAP versus FGN, suit number FHC/CS 964/2016, where Honorable Justice Shagari ordered his government to tell Nigerians details of recovered stolen assets to date. Number 2, SERAP versus Minister of Power, suit number FHC/L/CA/105/2019, where Honorable Justice Chuka Obiozor ordered his government to publish details of payment of billions of naira to corrupt electricity contractors who disappear with public funds without executing any project since 1999. Buhari should show his commitment to judicial independence by immediately directing the AGF to ensure the following judgment, or to enforce the following judgment. Number 3, SERAP versus AGF, suit number FHC/1KJ/CS/248/2011, where Honorable Justice Muhammad Idris ordered his government to prosecute principal officers and lawmakers suspected of peddling and stealing 481 billion naira from 2016 budget and to publish the report on alleged 2016 budget padding. Number 4, SERAP versus federal government, suit number FHC/L/CS/1497/2017, where Honorable Justice Oluremi Oguntoyimbo ordered his government to challenge the legality of state life pension laws and to recover pensions collected by ex-governors now serving as ministers and members of the National Assembly. Number 5, SERAP versus federal government, FGN, suit number FHC/1KJ/CS/248/2011, where Honorable Justice Idris ordered his government to publish details of spending of all recovered stolen funds since 1999 by his government and those of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, and Goodluck Jonathan. 6, SERAP versus federal government, suit number ECW/CCJ/APP/10/2020, where the ECOWAS Court of Justice ordered his government to pay a journalist, Agba Jalingo, 30 million naira as compensation for ill-treating and torturing him while in detention in Cross River State. Number 7, SERAP versus Federal Republic of Nigeria and Anno number 1. ECW/CCJ/APP/08/08, where the ECOWAS court held that every Nigerian child is entitled to the right to education and ordered the government to provide education as a matter of right and to address corruption in the sector. Number 8, SERAP versus Federal Republic of Nigeria. Number 2, ECW/CCJ/JUD/18/2012, where the ECOWAS court ordered the government to hold all oil companies operating in the Niger Delta to account for oil pollution and associated human rights violation and to pay adequate compensation. And SERAP, however, appealed to the government of President Buhari to obey the court ruling and implement them adequately. Wow. Wow. Now, first of all, history of the reason why this particular news came is because of the statement that the president made about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, he told Nigerians that he cannot interfere with the judiciary, and for that reason, Kanu must face the judiciary and defend himself. And on that grounds that there is no way he can release him unconditionally. Now, just to make you realize that what the president has said is not true according to the SERAP, talking about the Socio-Economic Right and Accountability Project, a well-known group. They decided to spool out some of the court rulings that over the years nobody seems to obey it, despite the fact that it came, or the judgment, that judicial pronouncement came as at the time President Muhammadu Buhari was in office, and that is quite a serious one. And we're going to be looking at what Nigerians have to say in respect to these particular news. And someone here says, I know that these guys will awaken him to the consciousness of his doing against judiciary. Very, very soon, more of this will be coming up. A proof that there is no truth in anything he says. He just wants to punish the Ndibos. Another person here says, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case is quite unfortunate. We knew that with what he is pursuing, the federal government will not allow him, to go ahead. Another person here says, this is an issue of falsehood. How can you claim that you don't interfere with judicial issues, but then in the ones that have been listed, you have done little or nothing about it? For me, if we want to look at this, we first of all call up the issue of compensation that the government was supposed to pay to Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, which we've heard little or nothing about it. Another person here says, it's good that these documents are kept intact so that we can always present them like this. I knew so well that issues of this sort will come up when he messes up. Another person here says, Ndibo should stand on this ground and do the needful. If this issue has been brought up, then Ndibos and Ohaneze, who claim that they are interested in the case, should remind him of how many of these issues that he has turned down. Another person here, responding to what this guy say, now says, so if they finish telling him this and he refuses to do it, what will Ohaneze and Ndibo do? You don't know that power corrupt, absolute power corrupt absolutely. So many responses from Nigerians, about this issue. I'd like to leave you with it. You have seen some of the issues spelled out, that judicial pronouncement, which the government have not heeded to respond to it. So what's your standpoint in respect to what President said, that he doesn't interfere with the judiciary? Let's interact.